Hello everybody, it's Andy Mack here for another bench update. It's been about 8 weeks I think since my last one. Been a very busy time of year. For those in the UK it's spring and we have those of us with gardens. It can take quite a lot of time tidying it up, gardening, and the expectations of other family members are getting work done so that the garden looks good for the summer. I've enjoyed it, but it has been a distraction from my normal war games focus during the daytime. So as a result, obviously some of the rate of painting has suffered, but I have got stuff done, and I have still remained focused, and I have been enjoying other people's posts, so thank you for those people who posted during the last 8 weeks. Right, well, as you can see, I've actually got new technology. I've bought myself a camera, which hopefully will open up a number of projects I've had thoughts about doing, and bring them to the fore. So hopefully in the future I'll have a few other interesting stuff to watch, as well as battle reports. As well as bench updates. And I thank you those who have suffered for the last year or so, where I'll be doing the bench updates with my previous camera, and the lack of detail that I've been able to apply when holding up my figures to show everybody. It's probably been a good thing really, because I've been able to hide some of the failings I have in my painting technique. But I do thank you all for your patience, and this technological leap will hopefully bring forward quality and maybe quantity too. So we'll see. But yeah, do pardon me though. I'm still learning with the camera. So these are my dragoons. I mentioned last time that they were on the back burner for a while because I didn't know what regiments I was going to do. Well, I'm doing Wagram, and a couple of the regiment units, the 28th and 23rd. These are part of them. We've got, for the regiments, I'm doing about, I think it's about between 12 and 24. 24 would be very big actually. That's probably 12 and 16 would be the average size. I think I'm doing. A squadron's about 3, so 3 units. I haven't completely looked at it, but that's what I'm doing anyway. It's quite a convenient number because a lot of the packs from people like Old Glory sell figures in, I think, 16s or 15s or something like that. So there we are. This doesn't make too much. You don't need to buy too many to make out a regiment. So yeah, these actually are, I think, Battle Honours figures. He's the chap who, the guy who designed them, the same chap I believe who's gone on to do AB, Mr. Barton. Is it Tony Barton, Anthony Barton, whatever his name is? But these are Battle Honours, so these are 15mm. They're quite delicate figures actually. I quite like their range, and it's a shame. I think Timecast used to do them, but for whatever reason they're unable to now, which is a shame. But they do a lovely range of other stuff like Old Glory, and obviously their buildings they focus on as well, and terrain. So I appreciate there's lots to having the license and selling various ranges. So I'll leave it at that. But it is a shame when figure ranges are no longer easily available, particularly here in the UK, where in the past we've been very lucky with the variety of ranges. I know you can get them in the States still, but certainly in the UK it's more difficult. So that's my dragoons. They are part of the cavalry, which were on the right of Davout, in the Battle of Wagram. So I'm doing Davout's corps, and he's going to be supported by this cavalry units. And these 2 dragoon regiments are part of that unit, so or reserve corps, I think it is. And I'm also doing a reserve of Young Guard, who are going to be considered. I bought these a while ago. I'm just painting them up now. Who are? I'm not planning at the moment. Well, I haven't been planning to do an Imperial Guard corps, which will take quite a while because of the amount of artillery and stuff they have. But I'm tempted. But I think it is good to have some, particularly Young Guard, as reserves in any French army, because they were often, particularly in the sort of latter part of the wars, they were often used as a sort of spearhead for the French army assaults and things. So, and what they were made of, for those who don't know, is they were conscripts who were taken, the best conscripts, taken to to become the Young Guard with all the esprit de corps that goes with it, and they were led by the sort of veterans, more veterans of the Imperial Guard. So they're well led, and obviously have all the enthusiasm of youth and esprit de corps and the fact that that formula was very effective. The Young Guard were quite notorious for their courage and ability to assault places and take them. So there we are. That's the Young Guard. Now, in the 1812 campaign, they bolstered the Young Guard massively. These are chasseurs. There were two types, I think, at this period, 1809. And these are put in as chasseurs. Now, my references for uniforms are quite limited, actually, for the French army. I'm better with Russians and Austrians, but my French sources are quite limited. So I haven't actually bought any books, but these are taken from the internet. So now, I haven't finished them yet. They're not finished. They're cuffs, you may notice. I'm not sure to what extent these cuffs are accurate, because I think from the sources I've seen, they should have a pointed appearance, whereas these ones are sort of more in line with the French line grenadiers. So I might have to just paint the points on a bit more obviously, or I may not, I don't know, but I've got a bit of white piping to do as well. Another thing is the Shako covers. Do anyone know, if you're able to comment on, did they actually put any insignia on the outside of Shako covers? Why I say that is because some of the Shako covers have indentations that would suggest perhaps an insignia of some sort on the outside, but it may just be in the impression that's been given for obviously indentations from the underside of the Shako cover. That drum is just leaning back because I propped him. He's actually fell off the stand, so he's just leaning back because I propped him that way. He's not drunk. So that's him. Now, moving on, what else we got? We got the Courland Dragoons. You may remember I did these last time. Oh, no, not that's right. Courland Dragoons are here. These are the ones, minifigs, I did last time. May put a little bit more flock on the bases there. There's a couple missing, actually. I think the command stand's missing, but that's my Courland Dragoons. There's a few more there. And then at the back, these are all the sort of ongoing workbench stuff I'm doing. A lot of these are going to be actually part of this Young Guard outfit. There's going to be quite a large Young Guard outfit. So a lot of these sort of officers and drummers and what's not are all going to be part of that to make it look a bit more flamboyant, etc. So there we are. Now I've been deciding whether or whether not for my corps or my army, which is the Davout's third corps, I think it's third corps, his corps he had at Wagram, whether or not to have Fenians with the eagle, and I think I may not actually. I think I'm deciding that I'll have the one eagle, and rather than have each unit with a Fenian, I may just have them without with any form of standard or anything like that. Why I say it just saves a bit on money, but also it means that the eagle is more the focal point of. And I did get a bit lost with the how to paint up the Fenian. So these are some more artillery I did, just some ones kicking around, kicking the heels about, which were left over from the ones time before. And I've started painting the Timecast buildings. Now I take my time with them, and I haven't, as you can see, I've taken my time with them. But they're so nicely moulded that I really want to make sure I do them well. And German buildings are quite colourful, but I do want to take my time and do them to a standard which I'm happy with, because as I say, I don't want to. They're really nice casts, and that's it. So that's my bench update. I say I'm quite pleased I've got this new camera. I hope you are too. Thanks for watching.